What's goody? Hey man, so we have to talk about the Orlando Magic, man, because not only has this team been absolutely abysmal to start the season right now as they sit 4-6, even though the only team that they've played that's good is Detroit. That's the best team that they've played. Yeah, they played Chicago, who's started out pretty hot, but Chicago slowed down a little bit. So really the best team that they've played to start the season is Detroit, and these boys are still out here struggling. Last night, I watched this team lose to a bad Celtics team in a game that would have been a massive win considering the fact that they have now got 5 games in 7 days, including opponents like New York and Houston. And then tonight, on the night two of a back to back, they play Portland. And you know what Portland does to teams that be on night two of back to backs. As a guy that was a big believer in the Magic, like I wasn't one of those people that thought the Magic were going to be like win the Eastern Conference, but I was like, they had a chance, you know what I'm saying? They were a dark horse to win the Eastern Conference. They're terrible now. They're bottom 10 in turnovers per game, meaning they turn the ball over more than 20 teams in basketball at least. I don't remember exactly what number they were, but they were bottom 10. So they're probably ninth or 10th if I wrote bottom 10. They're bottom 12 in three-point percentage, which is impressive considering they're bottom 5 in attempts. So not only do they not get them hoes up and they're hesitant as hell to shoot them, when they do shoot them, they don't make them. They're bottom 5 in assists, which to me I think was the most obvious stat that I found when I was doing my research for this video. Because when you watch the Magic, there's so many times where you look at their offense and all it is pointless passing around the horn, and that passing be so pointless and so predictable that a lot of times it gets deflected, or you'll see a lot of iso ball that leads to no good shots, or you'll see post-ups that don't lead to good shots that often just lead to contested mid-range fadeaways. The team is bottom 10 in offensive rating, and they have the second worst assist to turnover ratio. And sure, the defense is okay, but in recent years, the defense has been the best thing about the team by a wide margin. Like the defense has been a top 5 to 10 defense in recent years, and right now the defense is okay. It's better than the offense because the offense is just that ass, but the defense isn't anything special. And when the offense is so bad, and this is just such a regression from this team, especially considering what our expectations were for this team or what my expectations were for this team, that mediocre defense doesn't mean a damn thing to me. It doesn't impress me at all. Desmond Bane, man. Desmond Bane is a guy that in the offseason many people predicted was going to be one of the biggest offseason acquisitions other than Kevin Durant. Dude was traded for 4 or 5 first round picks. I believe it was 4 first round picks. Through, what are they, 4-6, through 10 games of the season. He is averaging, this was before last night's game. I was making this with like 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter of last night's game because even though they made it an interesting game, I knew they were going to lose their ass. So this doesn't include last night's numbers, but his averages went down last night because he only finished with 9 points. He's averaging 15, 4, and 4 on 43-30 splits from the field. Like I said, last night he finished with just 9, so those numbers are actually a little lower as we are talking and watching this video right now. The best thing about that team last night was that Jalen Suggs came back. He had a great night even though he was on a minutes restriction. I think he played like 24 minutes or something, and I do think that his presence will make this team a little less unbearable, a little less frustrating to watch, and Franz looked like probably the third best player tonight, and he didn't even have a good game, so you know that gives you some hope as well because Franz has been having the best season of any Magic player right now. So when you look at that and you say, okay, Jalen Suggs is coming back, and Paolo just had maybe his best game of the season, maybe you have some hope. But I don't know, dog, because when you look at what Desmond Bane is doing right now, and sure, everybody keeps saying we expect him to come out of this slump eventually, and we do expect that. It's really, really bad right now. Because when you combine his slump with Paolo Banchero, man, who's been playing not very well, as a Paolo Banchero fan and defender, you're going to look at the counting stats and you're going to say he's not playing too bad, but dude, I've hated watching him play all year, except for maybe the fourth quarter of last night. And you're going to look in last night, you're going to say that was maybe his best game of the year. But if you were to actually watch that game, he didn't do anything up until the fourth quarter. And in that fourth quarter, he was really sparked by getting his ability to get to the free throw line. From there is where he just took over, where he went like 10 of 10 from the free throw line or something. And that's where he kind of just like was able to get into a rhythm late in that fourth quarter. But entering the fourth quarter, he was like 4 of 8 for 9 points. Everything slows down for this team as soon as he touches the ball, and I do not mean that in a good way. When he's on the court, the Magic are just an easier team to defend, and I don't mean in that they're less talented or that Paolo himself is easy to defend, but I mean schematically. Because, and it's not just because Paolo's not a great shooter, but it's also because he's an unwilling one. And when he's on the floor, along with Franz, who's somebody that is shooting better this year than last year, but you don't really respect as a shooter, Suggs, who is okay as a shooter, but you don't really respect him either, Wendell Carter Jr., who's shooting well right now, but after last year, you don't respect him that much as a shooter. You've got so many non-shooters or guys that aren't respected as shooters on this team right now, especially with the way that Desmond Bane is playing, that all teams are doing when their starting lineup is on the court is they are just making sure that they clog the paint and they're not letting too many guys get 2 feet in the paint. And if they do get 2 feet in the paint, they're making sure that there's 3 defenders there to meet them. Because even if they make the right pass out, which is a big if, they don't trust the shooters to make the shot. I watched multiple times last night where Paolo Banchero especially had 2 feet of space, which in the NBA is a wide open shot, and he just chose to not shoot the three. And it is one of the most infuriating things about his game to me. And then just to get away from Franz, because he's really, from Paolo, because he's really not at all the only problem on this team. He's not even the biggest problem on this team right now. I just feel like my biggest gripe with this team isn't even the shooting. It's that I feel like nobody on this team is a consistently good playmaker or a consistently good decision maker in the fast break or in the half court. And that's alarming to me. When you're talking about a team that has chances to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, it's like, how can I pick them to beat any other competent team in a 7-game series when I don't trust any of their ball handlers to make the right decision at any facet of the game consistently? I don't trust any of their shooters, at least at the moment, to make a 3-point shot consistently. If you hear that noise in the background, it's my daughter. She's playing. You're just going to have to deal with it, man, kids. And there are so many times, dude, when I watch this team where I see wasted fast breaks. And when I say wasted fast break, I don't even mean it's a waste because they just missed the shot. Because, sure, that's just going to happen. Sometimes you're going to make the right play. You're going to get the wide open three. You're going to get a good layup, and you're just going to miss it, right? But I'm saying that these are wasted fast breaks because so many times when I'm watching this team, a player will make a bad pass that just gets deflected and right out of bounds or stolen, or someone will drive and will pick up their dribble or will jump in the air with no plan and ruin the fast break or turn the ball over. It's like either this team is going to miss a shot on the fast break, get the ball deflected and ruin the fast break, or slow the fast break down to the point where it's no longer a fast break and now they get all their guys up the court and there's 17 seconds left on the shot clock. And they get nothing out of the possession. And these fast breaks to me feel so much more monumental. These wasted fast breaks feel so much more monumental because their half-court offense is so bad. It's like you're a young team and your half-court offense is terrible, so the one thing you should be able to do is play with some pace. And they can't even do that consistently. And this is the last thing I'll say about this offense, dude, is it's not just that these guys are missing threes. It's not just that these guys are missing shots. It's that they're missing these shots so badly that you would think it was me out there shooting them. They're missing these shots so badly that you would look at them and you would look at these shots, and if it was that NBA, if it was that game where you have to guess who's doing the jump shooting and it's just a silhouette of a player, and you see these shots and you see the result of them, you would think this isn't an NBA player. Because these shots are airballing. These shots are clanking off the backboard. These shots are hitting the side of the backboard. If you watch one Magic game in its entirety, I promise you, I will bet my life on it, you will see at least 3 3-point attempts that are either airballed or hit nothing or hit no part of the rim at all. It's insane. And that's not just from Paolo Banchero. That is from Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner. I've seen Anthony Black. I've seen Tristan da Silva do it. Like, I have seen the entire team damn near do that. I hate the offense. The team isn't well built. Its flaws go beyond 3-point shooting, and I honestly think the team's flaws go just to the roster creation, and I think it's probably time for Jamal Mosley to go, and it might be time for, I don't know if it's time for the GM to go. I feel like they've drafted decently. But, I mean, how hard is it really when you have... Okay, you know what? Jamal Mosley's probably gone soon. The team sucks. The Magic got to figure it out because right now you're sitting at, I believe, 4-6, and you've got 5 games in 7 days this week, and you've got 3 really tough opponents in Portland, New York, and Houston, I think. Peace out, man. Let me know what y'all think about this video. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching as always. Please give me some video ideas. Let me know what type of things y'all want to see, what type of things y'all want to see me talk about, what type of things y'all want to hear me talk about. And, like, if y'all want to see rebuilds, if y'all want to see anything like that, you know, let me know. I was kind of trying to chill on rebuilds at the start of the season because I wanted to wait to see what teams were really, really, really bad. But the way things are going, we're probably going to get a Pelicans one soon, a Wizards one soon, a Kings one soon. We're going to get some rebuilds soon. So, yeah. Keep God first as always. Peace out.